guess he wasn't excited for his birthday.
I was excited. She trying to hate on me.
He cried.
She trying to tell y'all a different story.
Alright, y'all. So, here's the tea. Me and Quan had a whole nother half of this video that we recorded. But I can't find the SD card that I put the other half on. So, we're going to start from July when I did Quan's birthday. Just wanted to put that in there so you guys aren't confused. Like, why we jumping right into talking? No intro, no nothing. That is why. Thank you. Bye. Enjoy. Subscribe. Subscribe now. Now. Stop what you doing. Look at that red subscribe button and hit it. You know why? Because it's free to subscribe. Support, support, support. Like this video while you at it because it's not too far from that subscribe button. And guess what? You might as well slide that little button to get notifications for every time we post because we here now. We here. We're back and we're better. Enjoy.
He's trying to show y'all a different story because he cried, so...
Mother of mercy!
He must have felt emotions.
I didn't cry. I almost cried. She's trying to show y'all a different
For his
story.
gifts, he cried because
no, I did not.
My gifts be spot on. I be like nail on the hammer with my gifts.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
My gifts be popping. So if you ever got a gift from me and it was within the last 2 years that I actually was creative enough to think of good gifts, then you know what I mean. But
What?
So yeah, that was July, and then I started going back to school. I started going back to work, and I was working like a lot of hours because everything that was going on. And I didn't want to start filming then because when I was at work, he was off, and when he was off, I was at work. So our schedules are really opposite when we are both working, so it was kind of hard for us to do videos then too. Plus we were both working. I was around way more people than he was around because there's people going in and out of where I work. So I kind of like was distant too when I started going back to work because I didn't know what I could have contracted from people that was coming into my job, and I didn't want to give it to him or my mom or my brother or anybody like that. That was July. And then we're on to August. So as y'all know, August is, or if you don't already know, August is my birthday month. And then I found out I was going back to school, like back on campus in the beginning of August. So I did stop work.
Are you done? Are you done?
So I did stop working August 9th or 10th, somewhere around there, because I was preparing to go back to school, as I already did go back to school. And then, can you stop?
I've been looking this way the whole time.
And then by like mid-August, some stuff happened, which is not my story to tell, it's yours. So basically, I wasn't in my room when Quan had first called me. Like, whenever he calls me, I do answer him. It just so happened that this one day, my phone, and I remember my phone had fell on the floor, and I had went out the room because I went to the bathroom. But he called me, and I didn't know he called me because I was in the bathroom, which is like diagonal to my room. So I didn't hear my phone. Plus, it was on the floor. If it was on like the dresser or something, it would have probably echoed more than it would have been on the floor. So I come out the bathroom, and my mom.
That made no sense at all.
My mom tells me that we have to go because Quan's in an accident. And like honestly, like I don't even really like remember. All I know is like I just grabbed my keys and I was in the car like 2.5 seconds. Like I don't think I've ever moved this fast in my life. Like it was like She's in her room. She's in her car. It was like I just teleported straight to the car. I was probably doing a good like 80, 90 to the accident because I didn't know what to expect. He didn't really say nothing to my mom. All he said was I was in an accident. So I didn't know if we was talking like fender bender accident or if we was talking about like big accident. I didn't know whether to expect to see him lying on the ground. I didn't know whether to expect to see blood. Like I didn't know what to expect. All I heard was car accident, and I mentally was like prepared to see the worst if it was the worst, but I didn't want to see the worst because I didn't know what the conditions were. So when I got there, I seen the car, but I didn't see him. All I seen was like the fire trucks, and I seen the car, his car, and I seen like how badly damaged it was, how it was like he was coming one way and like you see the car flipped in the opposite direction of that. Am I making sense?
Both our cars was facing the wrong direction. Well, hers was, yeah, both our cars was facing the wrong direction. Hers was facing the other way she was coming, and mine was facing the other way I was coming. So her car, my car, boom.
So
and
when
I was going that way. It was like that. So it basically like flip flop.
and it was kind of like blocking a lot of the road. So you know when accidents happen, the police kind of blocked the road.
And you wanna know the crazy part? Nobody got out. Nobody stopped to help nobody.
Well, by the time I got there, the police was already there.
Nobody. They just stopped.
You
And like
talking
after it
about before
happened,
the
no,
cops was
when
there?
before like nobody stopped to see, nobody was hurt or nothing like that. They just like, okay, 2 cars is right now, and they just like eased by around, like they didn't even want to be a witness to nothing.
When I got there, you know, the road was blocked. It was one way for cars to go, and the cars couldn't barely get into the other lane. And I wasn't waiting in the one lane that I was in because I'm like, I see his car, I don't see him, I see her car. And I mean, I didn't really know her. Like, I cared about whether she was okay or not, but my main point was to get there to him. So I literally just stopped my car in the middle of the road, and I told my mom, like, well, it's a push start, so I was like, the keys are in here, you figure out what to do with the car, because I'm not sitting here waiting like 10 minutes for these people to pass, so I can pull the parking spot and all that other stuff. So when I got out to the car, I do remember like I ran up to the scene, and like I don't know, I guess he was like a first responder, like a firefighter. But he was like trying to tell me like I couldn't come on to the scene and stuff like that. And I was like, look, I'm his girlfriend. Like, where is he? I see his car and I don't see him. He was like, wait a minute. I'm like, no, I can't wait a second. Like, I feel like I probably had more adrenaline in that moment than he probably had. But I was just going. And then I kept asking other officers. I had other officers and I was like, where is he at? Where is he at? And they took me to him. And he's just sitting on the side of the curb, and I do have a picture of him sitting on the side of the curb like a little sad puppy. I can laugh about it now, but I wasn't laughing about it that day.
No, you cannot laugh about it now. You're not having my consent.
I can laugh about it now, but I wasn't laughing about it that day. So when I first seen him, like I seen him, I looked at the car. First thing he said when he seen me was, I'm okay. Like he didn't even let me get any words out because I think like he knew where I was about to go. Like I was about to start freaking out. So first thing he said was, I'm okay. And then I looked at the car and I looked back at him. Then I looked back at the car and I looked back at him.
How you get out?
Like, how did you get out? But the thing is, instead of him like being like knowing that I'm really worried about him and like what just happened and like, how the car flipped and like really it was really like he hit telephone poles and stuff like that. Like if his car was a couple inches up, like this really could have been bad. So I looked at him and I'm like, how did you get out?
I didn't even answer in a smart way.
And he looks at me and he's just could you stop laughing? He looks at this is what you did. I want you to rewatch this video when I post it because this is exactly what you did.
I just answered your question.
When I asked him that, he just looks up. First of all, he's sitting on the curb like this. He looks up and he's like, I opened the door. And he had like such a bad attitude, and I'm just like, first of all, don't have an attitude with me because I'm just trying to make sure that you're all right. Like you just told me that the car flipped. So if the car flipped, I'm just trying to figure out how you got out the car. Did they need to help you get out the car? Did they like, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. But I just want to say that I'm so grateful, like, and I thank God that he is here today because he really spared his life in that moment. He really had his protective hands and his shield over that car because you see the pictures of the car and that car looks way worse than what he looks like right now. I'm not saying you look bad right now.
You're definitely dangerous.
No, I'm saying like the car was really bad and you could look worse. I'm just so grateful that like literally every night and every day I just ask God to please protect me, my family members and friends, and it was just seen in that moment, which is also why I broke down crying too, because it was just seen in that moment like what God can really do for you and how he can protect you and heal you and everything, because there's people who could have been in that same accident that could have ended up way worse than he did.
There was
like,
somebody that got into the same accident that I got you and they died.
Well, the pole hit.
Exactly.
The pole did hit his car. His car was like up against the pole, but it was a few inches back from where his head was. So like I was saying, like as I was looking at the car and I was analyzing it, like there was so much that could have gone wrong, but you can see like the little thing, for me at least, you can see the little things that like God had his hand over, like the pole hitting the car. It could have been up further and hit Quan's head. His car spinning out and flipping, like everything like that. You can honestly see what could have went wrong and it didn't go wrong. So
She said she did not see me. How, Sway?
How, Sway?
How, Sway? Ever seen that video with Kanye West? Yeah, nah, apparently not.
but anyways, more of the story is had a perfect
That's disgusting, cuz.
Can you shut up? More of the story.
20 minutes later.
Moral of the story is, you know, we went through a little bit of a lot during the past few months that we wasn't here. We wasn't here. A little bit of a lot the past few months that we, you know, wasn't uploading and stuff. No, we didn't break up. Because I know that was the first thing that people was gonna assume. Oh, no, he here forever. He's stuck with me. We already had this conversation. He's stuck with me. He ain't going nowhere. So, unless he want to get beat up. But we're back, and this time we're back for good. We're gonna share our little stories. We got a couple videos planned, and we're gonna keep this going. Like even if we get tied up, like I am a full-time student. So
Damn!
that was disgusting, and that's going in the video too. That was absolutely disgusting. That was oh my god.
What are you doing? What are you talking about?
Smell like that.
What are you doing?
1 hour later.
More of the story is we back and we're better, and no matter like, you know, what comes our way, work, school, any of that, we still gonna make time to do this. He works during the weekdays, I have school during the weekdays. He works during the weekdays, I have school during the weekdays. So obviously our filming time will probably be like between Fridays and Sundays, but I promise we're gonna start filming more and we're gonna get these videos out there. So we're back and we're not going nowhere. So get used to seeing us. That's all for this video. Make sure that y'all follow our Instagram. Follow our Instagram Instagram. Follow my business Instagram because I'm back and getting that back up too. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, comment, do all of that other stuff, and
Please comment.
shop Crafted in Faith on Etsy.
Hit
Because
that notification bar a couple times, you heard?
I'm getting my business back up, and make sure you guys hit the notification. It's a bell. Why do you keep saying bar? Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time that we post a video. Make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys like this video and comment.